COVID has been tough on us all, but we need to look ahead and think about our future, people. Apprenticeships, paid work placements and traineeships are ready and waiting for you. If you want to be an engineer, working in the construction industry or pushing forward in work and employment, come and talk to us. Start one of our apprenticeships, traineeships, study programs or short courses. So get inspired, get skilled, get supported and go further quicker with Hull Training and Adult Education. We're here to get you sorted.
Hi and welcome to Hull Training and Adult Education's Business and Management virtual event. We look forward to giving you some information on new exciting apprenticeships and upskilling that you can take place within the business and management roles. I will be joined later by employer to give you some more information on what their expectations are of apprentices, and Carol will be joining me, our lead engagement, to go through the frequently asked questions that many apprentices have to help and support you. I'll see you and join you later.
So here at the Business and Management Centre we offer apprenticeships in business administration, in customer service, in team leading, that's for first line managers and middle managers, operational delivery officer for those that are wanting to work in public service and provide a service to the public, and the learning mentor. And also we offer a pre-apprenticeship traineeship programme, and that's for those that are not quite ready for an apprenticeship and to give them a flavour and work experience for working in business admin or customer service, and we cover those essential digital IT skills.
So I'm Katie Wigley, I'm a business support officer in the legal services at Hull City Council. I manage our apprentices and Kickstarters in the service support team, and I handle the finances for the legal service. So I think one of the big benefits of having an apprenticeship with Hull City Council is getting your foot in the door. So it's a great opportunity to then go on to further employment with Hull City Council. They offer so many benefits and there's so many perks for a long career. With Hull City Council, even things like as a young person you might not be thinking about would be your pension for the future, and the flexibility, the working from home that they now do, annual leave. It's just a brilliant place to start out your career. So I started initially as an apprentice, never working for Hull City Council before, completed that apprenticeship, got a graded job and was made permanent full-time as a grade 4. But then I went on and they offered me another apprenticeship whilst doing my grade 4 to do team leading and management. It's a really positive experience because I'm managing to expand my skill set massively whilst in the workplace. They still provide me with time to do my studies so that I'm not getting behind on my work. So it's very easy to balance my apprenticeship and my workload because they give you a lot of support.
I think apprentices are a good way to bring some succession planning within the team. So you bring younger people in that will learn and develop with the current team, as well as us developing their skills and knowledge. I think they can do the same for us as well, because they bring in a fresh outlook and new skills such as IT and different ways of working. We currently have 3 full-time permanent members of our team that all started as apprentices with us. But there's also many senior officers across the council that also started as apprenticeship, so there is scope there for a career within the council.
I'm Mike Jordan, I did the team leader apprenticeship. The team leadership actually did give me a lot more confidence in my job role. I did find it really easy to implement some of the theories that I learned into my everyday workflow. I think anybody that's in a supervisory role, management role, would get a lot out of the course.
So we offer our learners a really high quality learning experience in a range of business apprenticeships. We deliver now both in the classroom and online using state-of-the-art technology. We work with a large range of employers, both large businesses, small businesses. Also, for companies that are looking to upskill their current staff, we can also help with workforce development, offering management apprenticeships at both level 3 and level 5 for those staff that are looking to move into first-line supervisory roles, team leading, and maybe even more senior management positions.
Hi and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video with our business and management teams. Just again, I want to clarify the delivery that we offer and the support we offer to you as apprentices. We do the business and administration apprenticeship, the operational delivery apprenticeship. This is a unique apprenticeship to the council and the LAN authorities and the NHS as well. And we are the sole deliverer of that at this moment in time in the city. So please get in touch if you're looking for a career in the council. These are the building blocks for any development and any career path that you would like to look at and possibly choose in the near future. They mentioned that we do the additional programmes with a learning mentor. We actually do the leadership and management as well. As you'll find out as you look through further with the videos, apprenticeships go to degree level. They are there for everybody. They are there to help you with your career path. So I will be with Carol answering some frequently asked questions next, and then we'll go on to some employers giving you some advice and guidance as well. I look forward to seeing you back here shortly. Now we move on to our frequently asked questions that normally when we're at live events, our apprentices will ask us. So Carol and I are going to go through as they come up on screen and answer your questions. First one is, what is an apprenticeship? Am I okay to take this one?
Yes.
As an apprentice, you learn and you train in a specific role. You're earning while you're learning. You receive holiday leave as well. It's a specific hands-on, real job life experience. Study for at least 20% of your working hours is at the provider or the college to make sure that you've got the theoretical and practical elements within there. Throughout, you will be completing the assessments and in modules that are specific to the apprenticeship and the role that you are undertaking. It's a future, it's a potential career development throughout the apprenticeship. The focus is on knowledge, skills and behaviours for each individual apprenticeship. It's a real life experience. You gain experience, you get paid. You're an employee with a contract of employment. And by the end of the apprenticeship, you'll have the right skills and knowledge needed for a chosen career to develop further and progress to the next stage of your development. Apprenticeships are at any level. It can be 2, 3, up to degree level. And that's the beauty of apprenticeships, is that you do not have that debt when you've actually completed.
Hope that's answered that question. So the next question is, how much time do I attend at my provider? So I'll answer that. I can speak for Hull Training and Adult Education. In all our areas, the attendance is 1 day a week at your college. This gives the tutors and students time to gain theoretical and practical studies and reflected learning needed for the apprenticeship. That's how much time you spend at your provider. It might be that you do some off-the-job training and courses with your employer, and that will also count towards your 20% off-the-job training.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And another one of the questions is, what do I get paid as apprentice?
So the hourly rate for a first-year apprentice from April 2021 is £4.30 per hour. Yes, it is going up. It was £4.15 last year. If you're an older apprentice, so you're 19 and above, you would get paid that £4.30 in your first year, and then after that you would get the national minimum wage for your age.
Right. So there is an increase there for those more mature students that are deciding to take a career path with an apprenticeship route. That's helpful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because obviously people do have various different takes on life.
So the next question that is getting asked more and more now is, what is the endpoint assessment?
Oh, wow, endpoint assessments. They came in with the reforms.
Yeah.
Previously, because we'd done frameworks and MVQs, you built up a portfolio naturally, and then you were assessed in the workplace and assessed in the providers, and then your portfolio was signed off. Now, apprenticeships still run that way, but the endpoint assessment, which we call the EPA, is the final step in the apprenticeship, and Carol always refers to it as the driving lessons.
Yeah.
And then your EPA is that driving test at the end that we've all got to take, otherwise we can't legally drive. Same with apprenticeships, really. All the training that you're doing, with it, whether it be 12 months or 5 years, is a build-up to that endpoint assessment, to that driving test, if you like. It's about the journey that you've had with the employer and the training provider. It goes to an external body who then come and interview, assess, and look at the portfolios. They interview you, you give a presentation. It's really heavy going for some people, and it's quite scary to think of it now. But actually, as you finished your apprenticeship, that is you. What you're producing and showing that individual, that awarding body that you've never met before, is your work, and you're just saying, look at me, look how well I've done, and then you're assessed on that work.
Yes.
And then you're given that overarching apprenticeship qualification. Yes. So it's quite exciting, really. A little bit daunting at the beginning, but at the end, it's exciting because you're going to get that qualification.
To note that we're working towards that endpoint assessment, and we'll be practicing all the time. So we will not put you in for your endpoint assessment if we don't think that young person or apprentice is ready.
And the tutors and the providers speak with the awarding bodies if they make any changes, so that we can update and know that they've made a change to the apprenticeship, because in that communication with employers we found that we just need to tweak things slightly. So it's quite exciting that actually you're getting an individual, independent person say, yes, you have that skill, that knowledge, those behaviours that give you that career path.
Yes.
A lot of apprentices now are asking the question, and they always do, how do I actually find an employer? Do I do that myself? How do we help those young people, anybody, get to that employer?
So in Hull Training, we work with local employers. We work with them to develop their training needs, what apprentices they need. So we've built up a lot of relationships with local employers. So we will assist young people in finding an employer. We will help you build up your CV. We'll help you with interview techniques. We will assist you in every way to find an employer. We also would encourage you to send CVs out to local companies as well. But we do a lot of work with forums, with local employers, to find out what they need and who they need. And we would match you with a company, and likewise a company with you.
So ultimately, it's the employer that does the final interview, isn't it?
Yes,
that they make the final choice of what
it is.
that person that they require, that meets the criteria of their company and what they're selecting. I mean, when we're looking at new areas as well and developing them, we're looking to a lot of market research, don't we? Of what the new trends are coming into the city, the local economy.
Yes.
Because anybody that's coming on an apprenticeship are going to be part of that local economy. The government keeps saying, local economy, make sure that we build upon it. And what I think is very valuable is the work that we do with those employers in getting to know what those new technologies look like, so that we can develop our apprenticeships to make sure that the needs of the city and the young people coming through to the careers, that they can develop those skills as well.
Yes.
I'm always proud of the work that I do in partnership with employers. Yes. I mean, during the videos, people will see, the employers are coming in and talking to us and saying their experience of having an apprentice, and some of them have been apprentices of ours previously, which is really, really lovely.
Yes.
And I think that's what the key thing about that partnership work is, so we can talk to the employers, get to know exactly what they need at that particular time, and then we can help develop those apprenticeships to get those people that they need to build their businesses.
Yes.
Which is making us all successful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Fabulous.
So some young people might not be ready for an apprenticeship. They might not feel that they know exactly what they want to do. So another question we get is, what other options are there for me? So what we offer is pre-apprenticeship programmes, which are traineeships and study programmes. So a traineeship is a work-based programme, basically. It's built around work experience in the area you think you might want to go into. So you would come into college at least 1 day a week, and you would maybe work on your English and maths if you need that. You'd work on your employability skills, and then the rest of the time you'd be out with an employer working on those real-life work
experiences, really, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's about getting that
absolutely.
real experience of what it's like. I mean, the beauty for me of a pre-apprenticeship programme is that if you don't like it, you can go, this career, actually, I didn't think if I was going to be laying bricks, I was going to be freezing cold. It doesn't suit my personality to be able to work outdoors. So therefore, we have to look at different options.
Yes.
Or you might decide that actually that practical element really isn't for me. It's what my mates wanted to do, but it's not what I want to do now. And we can then look and discuss, and we've got careers advisors that we can talk to with you, and then develop into something else really, and make those vital decisions. Not everybody knows what they want to do they, when they leave school or college? There's just so many opportunities out there, and that we can help and say, well, have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Is this the right career choice for you? Because sometimes people are a little bit blinded by what they think they want to do and what it actually entails to do it. Would you agree with that?
I would, and another programme we offer is a study programme, which is another excellent opportunity. It's a full-time college course. So you're coming in to college to do a level 1 programme in the area that you're interested in. So if it was construction, for example, you could maybe do joinery or bricklaying or painting and decorating. And you do those practical elements, you work on your English and your maths. We also send you on work experience. And at the end of that academic year, you've got that qualification, and then you can go out to an employer and you've already got some skills to take to an employer, which is a really good benefit of a study programme. A lot of employers like a young person to come with some skills, knowledge and behaviours, which you will learn on your level 1 programme.
So just to clarify that, the study programme is more theoretically based within the provider in the classroom.
Yes, it is.
With a little bit of work experience.
Yes, whereas a traineeship is more work experience based and in the college one to 2 days a week.
But during all that time, they're still working to those English and maths that they
are.
need to help them with the apprenticeship that they choose at the end.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. But the question always comes up when we meet people and they're in the 30s and 40s and they're being retrained or upskilled. How am I going to feel walking into that classroom of 16 to 18-year-olds? Well, actually, it's quite like a breath of fresh air for them, and they quite adapt quite quickly. So no, it's just getting back into that learning style again. If you've not done any learning for a while, would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
You're having an apprenticeship at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm doing a team leading apprenticeship, so age is no barrier.
And you're walking back into that classroom and having to relearn all the skills that you had in learning before, and we can help you with that because you've got your mentor there as well to help and support. So it's no barrier whatsoever. And the impact that it has on a company is that they are developing their staff for their company to be more productive. So please, if you're thinking about retraining, changing your career path, don't let it stop you. Come and talk to one of us, and let's see if we can help and support.
Well, I think that answers all the frequently asked questions I normally get asked on an open evening. But don't forget our team's online to answer any questions that you might have. Also, you can email us on the address that comes up on the screen.
Yeah, thank you. And we're going to now cut to some footage of our classrooms to help and make your decisions. And then we'll be joined by our employers to give you a little bit more information of what we do and how apprenticeships might be suitable for you. Welcome, Danny. Thank you for joining us and doing this for us in this video for some further info onto how business and management apprenticeships work. Would you like to just introduce yourself of who you are, what your role is and who you work for?
Yeah, so my name's Danny Bailey. I'm a business and practice manager I currently work within the Legal Services and Partnerships Directorate, and my role is to support with the budget management. I have an administration team as well who provide admin support for the service. And on top of that, we look at the sort of transformational type tasks within the service as well, project management in terms of systems development and improvements, and that type of stuff.
Wow, it's a full-on role, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, have you always worked for Hull City Council from the beginning of your career?
Yeah, so I started off as an apprentice. They were called modern apprentices.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I think it was around 17 years ago now. So I started. It was in the legal department, just general filing, administration duties, filing, faxing, photocopying, that type of stuff. And I'd sort of as I'd developed in that role, I'd sort of learned. I'd enjoyed the IT side of things. I liked to sort of problem solve, and there was lots of opportunities to develop within that service around IT. The service has got its own case management system, which I quickly became a super user of. And I think I sort of sold myself on my IT skills, really. It was something that the service was lacking at the time, which obviously I was bringing that benefit to the team. I've been there, like I said, all along for the last 17 years. And from that, I developed and worked my way up within the service to the role that I'm doing today.
Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? So you was mentioning there about the value that your department, as part of the Hull City Council, put on you as part of that apprenticeship route. You went from business administration quite nicely with your transferable skills to an IT. So now you're sat at that top level making those decisions of apprenticeships for yourself. How has your journey influenced you to take on apprentices and employ them within Hull City Council now?
I think my own journey, something I always try to do with the current apprentices is really get them thinking about a permanent job within the council and the long-term career aspects. I guess a lot of the apprentices that we do tend to get a leaving school. They're not really sure what they want to do. I mean, they know they want to sort of work within this type of environment, doing business admin or something similar, but they're not sure what team. So we try and help them because we're within our service as well. We're quite a broad department. We've got a lot of duties that we sort of carry out. We sort of can move them into various teams such as elections. We've got obviously the legal service itself. We've got information governance, procurement. So there's varied teams there that they can move around in. We try and work with them to make sure that they're doing a job that they enjoy, but also as well a job that matches their skill set. It's a benefit to them long term because it puts them into a role that they can potentially apply for permanent jobs, but also for us as well. It allows us to use their skills and work with them to improve our processes as well, I guess.
Definitely. And I suppose because they've got that varying experiences within the department, but within departments, their skill development is extremely transferable for when they're applying for those higher graded posts that you're able to apply for once you're part of that Hull City Council group.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So you look at young people leaving school, and because apprenticeships have changed slightly now, sometimes we have older applicants, don't we now?
Yeah,
looking at. So have you looked at those as well?
Yeah, so we've actually got one who started within the team in December, and obviously he's come from a completely different background to our I say usual apprentices. So he's obviously got a lot of life experiences as well. I mean, and he's come from the sign making industry, which is again completely different.
Yeah,
but he just wanted a change, and him coming into the team has sort of it's provided a fresh set of eyes to the way we do things, and also as well it's just given the younger staff the confidence as well, because obviously they're working within a team of a young team generally, but it's working with sort of people from different backgrounds, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of apprenticeships today, isn't it? That you don't have to be 16 to 18 to start an apprenticeship. You can be any age whatsoever. And it's about having those transferable skill that people can see and value and bring something different across to the team. So I'm just looking at what you would expect as looking at those apprentices and applying to you, looking at a career development. You said before that some of them, they come to the Hull City Council, but they're not sure what they want to do. Those building blocks they need to be there, don't they, for their development, so that they can have a bigger look at the opportunities available. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. One thing we always say when we're in the interview process is just because you're working within an administration role, that's, especially within legal, it's not necessarily going to be a case of filing, faxing, photocopying. Our role is really varied. We've got a couple of projects on at the moment, for example. It's a project where we're out and about in the street and we're updating all of the street signage, so taking photos and that side of things. We've developed our own internal scanning team, and so we are now looking at a lot of documents within the council, scanning them all in and building electronic systems and just forward thinking in that sense. And we've got our own little team as well who are working their way around the offices in the Guildhall and looking at how staff can work within a minimalistic environment, especially with coronavirus at the moment. It's really important that we have all desks as minimal as possible, so the staff that do have to come in, I mean, they can make sure that the desk's clear and it's easy to be cleansed, that type of stuff. So yeah, we definitely promote to the apprentices that it's not just a case of you coming in and doing very basic admin. I mean, the role is varied. We're quite open and honest from the very beginning, and I think that helps to maintain the users that the starters that we get, because they know what to expect. Previously, I think we've learned that, I mean, if we don't really sell and explain what we do as a service, we find that apprentices come in and they're not really sort of right for the role, I guess. So it's important to share as much about the service as possible.
Yeah. So thinking back to what you just mentioned about all the various different projects that those apprentices can do and the expectations that you have and they have on the role that they're completing, what would you expect as an interviewee coming to you, what they would bring to that interview process as an apprentice?
Yeah, I guess we need enthusiastic staff. It's quite a busy department that we're working in. It's not a case of coming in and doing one job. You can find sort of in the very early stages you can be doing 4 or 5 different tasks at a time. So we need staff who are enthusiastic and those who can multitask. Obviously you need to be professional as well. It's a legal department, so we're liaising with the courts, we're liaising with solicitor firms, so you need to be well presented and be able to sort of liaise with external clients in that way as well. We would ask as well that people do research about the department as well. It's often quite hard, in particular with legal services, for external people to understand what we do. So at the moment, as part of that, we're trying to promote the service on places like LinkedIn, working with the university and yourselves in actually promoting what legal services do and why we fit within the council and how we are sort of slightly different from your standard law firm, etc., that type of stuff.
Because of that extended external public service that you actually offer within that. So thinking back to what you were mentioning before of all the various roles within the department and the apprenticeships, all the apprentices require a mentor. How is that fitting in with your daily life of supporting that apprentice? Yeah,
it's working really well. Within my team, we've got myself and I've got 3 other team leaders as well. So we each allocate apprentices equally across the board. We have regular engagement with the apprentices every couple of months just to check that they're on track with their apprenticeship and their learning. If they've got any concerns that they want to raise with us as well, that type of stuff. The team leaders have 6 weekly reviews with the tutors and obviously regular team meetings and stuff like that as well. Especially in the current environment, our apprentices that we've got at the moment have just been fantastic, and I think we would really have struggled without them. They've continued to support us in terms of new ways of working, getting staff on Microsoft Teams and all of the technical aspects of that. One of the things that they do bring is obviously coming from the environment that they've come from. They're working with computers and technology every day, so they're bringing that to us and bringing new skills on site and able to train even our lawyers on some of the aspects of the work as well, and just being that on-call support for them. So it's been really beneficial. It's
a very valuable role within your service department because of, like I said, the diverse skills that they've brought with them with technology. That we go, how can we do it? And they're saying, well, you do this, and then it's about sharing that, peer sharing, isn't it? At all different levels, because we all come with a different baseline, don't we? Basically, that's absolutely fantastic. So. How working with us as a whole, I mean, we're part of the whole City Council, but how developing those support and mechanisms with yourself and delivery programme that we do deliver. How has that been for you? Have you found it rewarding?
Yeah, it's been really rewarding. It's obviously we have a constant flow of apprentices coming through our service, and I would say 99% of them do secure a post within the council, or we even support them. Sometimes the council's not the right working environment for them, so we'll support them in a job in an external company. But yeah, working with Hull Training is ideal. We've got really good support from yourselves, advice on particular students, or different ways of them learning individually as well. So yeah, no, we've built a really strong relationship, and I do think the legal services and partnerships probably takes on and encourages sort of most of the apprentice employment through the council at the moment.
So to round it up a little bit, what would your advice be to any young person watching this video, thinking, what can I do next? Where should my next point of call be? What advice would you give to that person? Yeah,
I would say Hull City Council is definitely a perfect stepping stone. Once you're in the council, it's not just one team. There's so many different opportunities within different teams. I've worked more closely with adult social care, children's services, outside my normal comfort zone. And it just allows you to find the tasks or the role that suits you as an individual. You've got a whole range of services across the board that you can choose from, and all the managers within the council are supportive to find apprentices and fit them in the right area. For myself as well, we don't just look for apprentices for the short term for our department. We're actually looking long term for a career in the council. So it's definitely a lifetime opportunity, starting an apprentice, definitely.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, Danny. It's been absolutely brilliant and lovely
fine,
to have
no
met
problem.
you.
Thank you
And
very much.
I look forward to meeting and seeing you again, and hopefully with some new apprentices within your department.
Definitely. Hopefully soon, yeah. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you for watching our virtual event. I hope you found them really informative. I want to thank Carol for joining me and all the employers for taking part, the staff, the apprentices during the filming process. This isn't the end, this is the beginning of your journey. There will be people on hand if you're watching it live to answer your questions. Please email them and they will get back to you immediately. If you're watching it at a later stage, please email and we will get back to you as soon as we can to help and with you with your journey and all the information that you need. Thank you ever so much. See you soon.